Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the pod. This is season 2, episode 3, and this is a totally different episode than I've ever done before. Today, I have Dr. Leslie Dobson, who is a forensic psychologist. Okay, so this is like not one of my core competencies because generally the pod is very health and wellness. It's like very lighthearted. But I'm super fascinated by what you do, and like just kind of researching you and going through your website, I was like, oh man, I have to talk to you. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love going on non-true crime shows, and
Okay, good.
Not many invite me, so I'm very happy.
Perfect. I'm the one. I'm like, let's talk to this lady. Okay, so talk to me first just to like set the groundwork for the audience and for myself. And I know you do so much more than this, but what is a forensic psychologist? That's like your main title, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could call it a criminal psychologist, but that's just not really what we call it in school.
Okay.
But I got a bachelor's, 2 masters, and a doctorate, and I specialized in serious mental illness when it interacted with the law. And so I was on the inside of prisons and jails trying to treat individuals, but also assessing their violence risk and a lot of other types of risk.
Okay.
And so I learned very fast my stimulus value in a room of very dangerous men. And I had to really understand what I was getting myself into the career. But I was fascinated. So I was in the criminal side for a while. So a lot of deep, heavy, dark crime. And now I've kind of, since I had my babies, moved into civil. So that's when we're suing people for cash.
Okay.
Or to just feel justice.
Yeah.
And so I'm hired as an expert to evaluate trauma and also to detect lying on both sides.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so originally, how did you know that you wanted to get into this?
You know, I grew up in Orange County.
Okay.
And everyone told me I was just going to be a housewife. And the expectations were low.
Okay.
I grew up with a wealthy father. And I wanted to do the thing that everyone thought I couldn't do.
I love that.
So my first gig was the LA County Jail.
Oh my gosh. In downtown? Is it downtown?
I was
Okay.
utterly terrified. But I did it, and everyone told me I couldn't. And so me and my baby blue Ford Focus drove out there every day.
But what's like the inspiration behind that? Because you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to go work in the prisons with the crazy people that everyone's trying to stay away from.
Yeah.
So was there a catalyst or something that happened that made you directly want to go into that?
Well, in the doctorate, you have to do a variety of clinical experiences, and they didn't have this type, but they did have forensic classes. So I was learning about the darkest minds of the world, but I didn't have access to them.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what they were like.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what the worst of the worst, the warehoused people of the world were like. And I was fascinated. It originally started with a fascination in schizophrenia. And then it moved into the crimes and the type of people who are committing the crimes and the minds of monsters.
Yeah. It's fascinating you say that. I have a weird fascination with people too. I had like a very tumultuous childhood, which I'll share a little bit about that, which I haven't shared much, but I think it's super relevant to this conversation. But I'm very fascinated by things like schizophrenia or crime or like what drives someone to just go and murder somebody. A mom or it doesn't matter, like whoever. And because I think I'm very interested in the human body. And so I'm very interested in like the mind gut connect. So I'm just like, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Like, is there something in your body? Is there something in your genetics? Is there something that was amiss that just triggered, it is a very fascinating thing. And do you feel like it's a little bit, I don't know if this is the right word because I'm super not into the true crime. Okay. I don't do the murder mysteries, but a lot of people are really into that right now.
Oh, yeah. It's number 2 next to sports.
Yes. It is like everyone looks at me like I'm crazy. They're like, you didn't watch the blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's just not my thing. But do you feel like it's kind of glamorized right now?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a fascination that's like coming about? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we do have this kind of vigilantism that's being glamorized. If you look at cases where they've harmed high-profile people, people are the the comments, everything is like, good for him. He deserved it. The healthcare guy.
Yes. Yes.
You know, how has he hurt people without giving them health insurance? So there's that layer of fascination, but also just we would never do it ourselves. So it's very interesting to watch how other people committed these heinous acts. It kind of stimulates a need. Well, we would never do it, but maybe we could just kind of watch somebody else do it.
Yes. Kind of like, what's that movie where crime's legal? It's like for one night, crime's legal and everyone goes in the streets and goes crazy.
I remember it, but I don't remember the name.
But like even that's kind of a fascinating thing because you're like, are all of these like closet psychos just sitting around us? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I would say like if they're not doing it, they're daydreaming about it. Like maybe 1 in 10 people.
1 in 10 people is like a closet crazy.
Yeah. And crazy is a vast word, right?
Yeah. So like what's this? Okay. Well, and I will say this. I feel like there is a lot of fear-based content out right now. Everything is like, it's kind of also fascinating, the JonBenet Ramsey case, because I feel like they kind of keep bringing it up to us. And for me, again, I think it's horrible what happened, but at the same time, I'm like, we got to let it go because this is just my opinion. I feel like we just, every time it gets resurfaced, it's like this new bubble of fear and this new bubble of fear, you know? And so I don't love that. I like more tangible actions, if you will. And maybe I'm like this because now I have babies. So I'm like, why are we talking about this without action? But anyways, I like, what is the spectrum of crazy? Like, is there, when you say 1 in 10 people, 1 in 10 people have like an itch to do something bad, or 1 in 10 people are a murderer? Like, what's the range?
I read an article once that 1 in 10 people had committed a crime. And that was very vague. And then it gets, like, the violent crime gets less and less.
Got it.
But I think it's because we don't want to fearmonger. It's just not healthy to fearmonger.
No.
It's healthy to be really, really specific, right? So my job is that I know, the guys that are a 1 in a million. And those are the guys I talk about.
Okay.
But throughout my career, I still say they're 1 in a million. Like, they're really rare. The level, what we see on television, it's rare. That severity
is rare. Is 1 in a million. It's not. Well, that's not the 1 in 10.
It's not the 1 in 10. So the 1 in 10 is like the pickpocket or having an affair or prostitution. Right. So it's still like you're on that verge. Like, if life is going to lend you more opportunities, you're going to take them.
Okay.
And that's more of the common. So we want to just be really aware of red flags and personalities and people, because most of the harm that comes to our children comes from people within our inner circle.
Within our inner circle. Okay, so let's go with that. What are the red flags? And maybe from a mom's perspective, how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay. How old are they? If you don't mind me
5
asking.
and 9.
Oh, they're little too. Okay, so you're kind of like probably always looking out for these red flags.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some of those red flags that we can be looking out for?
Well, it's different with each kid. And then in therapy, I see other older adolescents. So it kind of changes depending on your kid, right?
Okay.
With my daughter, she's 9. She can talk more with me. So we'll talk about very specific things. I don't keep things vague or generalized because that builds fear. But if she's specific and understands, okay, this is what a schizophrenic homeless man looks like, who probably is not dangerous, what would it look like to make him dangerous? Well, maybe if there's needles around him. Maybe if he's screaming at himself because he's having command hallucinations, right?
And you're having these conversations with her?
Yes, and she asks a lot of questions.
Okay.
I mean, it's age appropriate what I tell her. I don't go into like heavy detail.
Yeah.
But I do tell her, like, if we're at the park, who would you go up to if something happened to mommy? Why? How did you pick that person? And she'll say something like, well, it was a mommy and she was giving her kids snacks. And if you're going to give your kids snacks, then you're probably a good mommy.
Okay. So then what's your response to that?
I usually say yes, like that's really awesome. And I validate her.
Okay.
And then, we we don't want to focus on it too much. I don't want to
Yeah.
scare her. And then
Yeah.
later it might be like, oh, you know what? If I didn't have my watch on me and you needed to know the time, who would you ask? And she would be like, well, I wouldn't ask him because his shoes are really dirty and I don't know why they're dirty. And, you know, it might be because he's homeless and that might be dangerous. And I'll say, okay, or he's a construction worker. But she'll often counter back and say, but it doesn't matter. I'm safe.
Yeah. That's really fascinating. Do you feel like it's smart for us to do those kind of proactive exercises with our kids? And at what age do we start doing that?
I think early on.
Early?
I mean, bathing suit zones are so important to me. Just knowing that like the doctor can see you and mommy and daddy can. And if anybody tells you to keep a secret, it's a no. Like we can have surprises because surprises always come out.
Yeah.
We don't have secrets.
Okay. So I recently, I think it was like, my kids don't watch a lot of TV, but I think it was Peppa Pig. And the kids were they were like, let's keep the secret from daddy. Let's keep the secret from mommy. And I'm like, or no.
Yeah.
Because then my kids were like, well, what's a secret? And I have to go through this whole thing. But the other day, and I kind of got in a pickle. I'm like, I don't know what to say to him because I don't want to freak him out. But I have like, I have like a deep rooted fear of getting kidnapped and so many other things because of my childhood. But he ran off. And I kind of could see him, but it was really crowded. And I have 3 little ones. So it's not like I can't just take off and go after you. I have to keep the other 2 safe. And so then I had a conversation with him, and he's 4. And I said, you cannot do that because and maybe right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just like what came out. But I was like, I can't see you. And there's other people around. And I don't know these people. And he's like, well, why is that bad sort of a thing? And I go, well, what if someone were to take you? And he's like, take me where? Like, and it kind of like spiraled, and I didn't really know what to say. Because I don't want him to be like me and like have this like constant perpetual fear of being taken. Right. But I also feel like there's some awareness that needs to be. So is there like specific wording that you would recommend, or especially at that age, like at 4 or 5?
I would probably say, you know, I love you so much. I want you with me. What if somebody else loved you too? And just wanted you with them, then you're not with mommy at night. Then we're not saying goodnight. Mm-hmm. And I do this thing with my son where he had like one nightmare, his first nightmare, and it freaked him out.
Yeah.
Not related to my content, guys.
No, he's not watching your Instagram on the side.
He's not on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, Max, now every night I'm going to put my forehead to yours and I'm going to take all your bad dreams and I'm going to give you all of mine. And we have done this every night for probably a year. Yeah. And so for your example, I would be like, you know, and I'm the one who takes your dreams. So it's really specific.
Okay.
You have to stay with me because I take your dreams at night.
Yeah.
And it's just age appropriate. They change. You learn that they can handle a little more. Mm-hmm. And if you mess up a little bit and they have a bad reaction, okay, we learned. Like, maybe we went too far or we were too specific. We were too vague.
Yeah.
But don't be scared to test the water, right?
And because see kind of like where it lands. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you obviously, you mentioned something, you do therapy with older kids as well?
Yeah.
And so is that kind of like your core job right now?
My core job is that I testify in trials as an expert witness.
Okay.
So
for what types of cases?
All over the place. A lot is sexual violence for plaintiff and defense.
Okay.
So I will be hired by a guy who says he really didn't do it. So I go in and I do really lengthy psychological evaluations, 8 hours or so, 30, 40 hours of chart review, collateral. And then I'm writing for a week these reports.
Yeah.
Sorry, as I choke on my spit. I get deposed. That's like a solid day. And then trial is about a week.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's a big part of my work. And then I see a handful of clients in my office, usually who suffer from trauma.
Okay.
Because that's where my brain space is. Like, all of this is traumatic. How do we make people better again? And then I tell a jury, you know, this is why I believe the individual. And this is what they need to help make their life better now that this has happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you feel like, sorry, I'm going all over the place.
It's okay.
Do you feel like you take any of that home with you, or how do you not take any of that home with you in your own emotions, especially as a mom?
So I reached a point in my career when I was pregnant with my daughter.
Okay.
After a long battle with IVF. Like, this was a baby I was going to fucking keep. And I was working on the inside of a prison, and there was a hit on my life. And it came...
While you were pregnant?
I had just gotten pregnant. I wasn't showing. And the hit was on the baby. So they knew.
They knew.
Which was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But I was already in this place of like, I'm so tired from going home and taking off the armor, the metaphorical armor that I have to wear at work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it was like, I fought against my own intuition and my own gut that what I was doing was too stressful and it was too much.
Yeah.
And that almost gave me the permission to just step back. And now it's like, I can carry the weight of the stories and everything because now I'm no longer the person sitting next to the guy.
In it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can look at you across the courtroom. Sure, there's a bailiff. You're cuffed. But now I'm like, I'm listening to my body. I'm 43. I need to be healthy. And I need to be healthier for my children.
Totally.
I can't be two different people.
Yeah.
So I had to merge into one. And then I stopped carrying the weight of all of that. I could literally shelve it in my office, metaphorically.
Yeah.
And when I'm home, it's not there.
Okay, interesting. That makes a lot of sense. That's crazy that that's crazy that the individual knew about the baby.
Yeah, it's always been a question. I've talked to officers, FBI, and a lot of people. I've talked to psychopathic inmates about it in other situations, and they all kind of come back to, I bet it was the officers that told the inmates, because the inside of these institutions are just so unhealthy. Everybody's like
Mingling?
Mingling, trying to gain things from other people, using people.
Wow. So the officers knew.
That's what I think. And so what was extra scary was my husband was in there with me, and no one knew. Like, we have different last names. We thought it was like he's a forensic psychologist.
Oh, he does the same job as you?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
my
no
gosh.
one knew. But that meant people knew.
People knew.
And I was like, I'm out.
I'm out.
There were so many times where the inmates assaulted couples. Like, they'd have a delusion that they were married to the woman, and so they beat up the guy. Or the guy would set a boundary, the staff member, and so they would take out the wife.
Oh my gosh. I read a book about this. Shoot, it was in my book club. I'll have to think about it. But it was about he was like kind of crazy from a young age. Not a true story, but it was very fascinating, kind of crazy from a young age. Long story short, ended up going to jail and then had like this imaginary relationship with his a female guard or whatever it is, and took this whole crazy turn. So does your husband still do that in the prisons? In the
he
jails?
does inpatient now in a psychiatric hospital. Wow. So not crime, although sometimes it's crime, but usually it's people who are having psychiatric episodes and forced to be on holds.
Yeah.
So it's still wild. There's a lot of violence within those units as well, because you got to like stabilize people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you feel like you use some sort of like intuition to know when people are lying? Or is it very much, it's both schooling, but also like you're using your gut instinct?
Yeah, it's education, but it's my gut, because my gut is telling me before my words come together.
Yeah.
So
you kind of like have a feeling.
Yeah, like if you lined up a bunch of criminals, I could be like, this is what they did.
Yeah.
Just out of experience.
Okay.
But in daily life, why I went viral for that fucking shopping cart video is...
Wait, I don't know about the shopping cart video.
Oh my gosh. I'm about to publish a book in reaction to it, but 2 years ago, I was sitting in my car, and I get how it looks. I'm sitting in a BMW. I'm wearing an aloe yoga sweater. I'm white. I'm in Orange County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I say, I'm not going to return my shopping cart. If my kids are in the car, I've already put my groceries in the car, and you can fuck off for judging me.
Yeah.
I posted it, And then I went on a flight to Tennessee to CrimeCon convention, oddly enough,
Okay.
where it's like people love true crime. There's conventions for it.
This is okay. Amazing.
It's so weird.
It's crazy.
It's so weird.
Were you speaking at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get off, I land, and my phone's like going crazy. Like it won't even work. And I didn't know what going viral meant.
And this grocery cart post.
Hundreds of thousands, now almost 100 million. And death threats saying I am the worst person in the world. I'm a fat, lazy cunt. I deserve to die.
Because you didn't bring your grocery cart back?
Because it's the litmus test for a good person. And the whole point of the video was, I work with predators. I'm trying to tell you that you need to trust your awareness and listen to yourself.
Totally.
If you don't feel safe, don't put your cart back. 2 days after that, a 3-year-old was stabbed to death in a shopping cart. And still, people came for me. Oh, they handwritten letters to my office.
About the shopping cart?
Yeah, saying you should die and I don't want to help your algorithm.
People are insane.
I got one yesterday about Blake Lively. It's some lady saying I should be killed because I support Blake Lively. Like, it's just...
Okay, well, that's another topic. That is okay. So like, overarching though, like, because to me, I'm like, you're mentally ill. That's just mental illness for you to be able to go crazy like that. Like, you can disagree with people. I mean, that's a weird one. The shopping cart's a weird one. Or the Blake Lively, it doesn't matter. You can disagree with people, but like to wish death upon someone that you don't agree with.
Exactly.
I think you're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Right?
There's something wrong.
Something's wrong in your brain. Has social media given people, given weirdos, given kooks, like the ability now to just share this information where they maybe before just thought it and didn't have... Because I get it too. I mean, I haven't had a post go viral like that crazy, but I've had many go viral, and moms go absolutely nuts, and men. Like I had this one lady. We were going back and forth like madness, crazy, because I posted my son on Instagram, which I want to talk about that too. And she was just like, same thing. You should die, and you should this, and you should that, and I'm going to protect your babies, and I'm here to. I'm like, you sound weirder now.
Yeah.
Like now you're a weirdo. Like you're the reason why I shouldn't post them online. It's because like you think you're helping them. Like anyways. So I get the I mean, I get some of those too, but like, is it just the mental illness is there and social media is now just like giving them a platform for it?
I think so. I mean, I think the doom scrolling is real. I think they are flippantly putting comments on hundreds, thousands of videos, some of these people.
Yeah.
I had the FBI track down a lot of the death threats because they were very real. And it was people like living in trailers in the sticks of really rural, poor areas.
Okay.
Like, really?
Just sitting on IG, just sending, or a pen to paper.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So when I actually like found the people who are still under watch, FYI, I was like, oh, these are not real threats. These are disturbed individuals, angry people.
They're
depressed.
not actually like sending a hitman to come and get you or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then if you were, you wouldn't voice it. That would be the stupidest thing.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
You've just left a paper trail.
Yeah. So you're not the brightest if this is your intention.
I don't think people understand when you have when you're a public figure, I guess. And it feels weird for me to say this because it's only been 2 years that I've been doing this.
Yeah.
The shit you get, the dick pics,
it's really crazy.
People, you see the craziness.
It's crazy.
And then
but it kind of comes with the territory.
It does.
It comes with the territory.
You have to kind of
and you kind of have
it.
to have thick skin.
Yes.
If you're going to post your life online, you got to have thick skin.
Yes.
You just do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I literally don't care what people think about me, which I am just, that's why I sit here with a microphone. I'm like, let's talk about it. Yeah. But I get the craziest things, but I look into some of them sometimes and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you think it's okay to sit here and wish death. Like that's it kind of is interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the way people have given themselves permission
Yeah.
to just leave the level of, I don't know, like professionalism. I feel like we had like a level of respect for individuals 10 years ago.
Yes.
And it has degraded significantly. And I can give you, a million reasons why I think that's happened, but we got to turn back.
Yeah.
Like we got to calm it down.
Yeah, like not everything needs to be said. Keep it,
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about, so I worked in cybersecurity for a really long time. Like traditional I've been in tech forever, but one of my very first jobs in tech was like traditional security without boring everybody, but I would work with like black hats and like we would do pen tests and we would try to like, break down see what we could get. See what we could get into. Or we'd go to the airport and like one of my engineers would like plug a thing in the wall and see who he could hack and like whatever. So this was before I had babies. So then I just knew that this information and I knew that this was possible and like people were doing this.
Yeah.
So for a really long time, I didn't post either of my first two kids online for a really long time. And I was super strict about it. It then became a little bit more difficult because I felt like I was fielding, like they would be at a play group and then someone would sign, but they would be at a birthday party. And it was like, it felt like a lot of work. Like I know that sounds lazy, but it did, because then I would be like, hey, I was like trying to track down people. I even got into like a legal battle with this one photographer because I did a photo shoot with her and she posted one of my son's front on face. Like, and I said, I'm like, you can post back of the head. I don't care. Everyone knows I have a baby now, but like, I do not want on your page with 1 million followers, I do not want his front face on your page. She did it anyways. I hired an attorney. Like I went through this whole thing.
Jeez.
And I feel like now I just post them. I just do. And but I now as my page continues to grow and now I have the baby girl, I've had people come up to me, females, and like nothing weird. Well, I mean, it is a little weird, but like nothing malicious, I think. But I have had multiple people be like, oh my gosh, baby Shasha. And like, I don't know who, like it's a stranger. It's a random person.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did recently tell my husband, I'm like, I think we got to go back to the old ways. Because it's starting to make me feel weird again.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Kids online, kids' faces online.
I'm completely against it.
At all.
At all.
Back of the head, in a group, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At all.
At all. I
Okay.
think even mine aren't getting yearbooks.
Oh, they're not even in the yearbook.
Yeah. My HOA does not have us on the list. Like, and that's, again, not to fearmonger, but because I work the cases of the rare child that's taken and found, and I know what happens. And so I'm just, for me, being overly cautious with letting strangers see them is fine. I'm just, you know what? No one's
I'm
at a
good.
loss.
Yeah.
No one's at a loss.
I'm going to enjoy my kids and not you.
I guess the only loss is that, you don't get to see how fucking
see
awesome
how
they are.
beautiful and stunning they are. You're a loss.
Maybe when they're 18, we'll put their baby pictures up.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just, there is so much hacking, and with just the evolution of AI, I just really worry about them also later coming back and being like, I didn't want you to do this.
To be doing this.
Because now with, like, imagine AI in 10 years and you've got our beautiful babies now turned into whatever people. People are turning active kids online into AI generated CSAM, child abuse material.
And I'm like a crazy too. I mean, like I go way deep, but I'm like, I refuse to do 23andMe. I refuse for my kids to do 23andMe because I'm like, absolutely not. You're not going to be taking our DNA. And now you see our photos and like, it's just, it's like too much. Okay. I feel like it's time to get them back off.
I get like when you can afford your own security and your kids are never going to get snatched, right? Like Kim Kardashian, whatever. But there's also this element of, what are your kids going to say about this later? Because they can't erase this digital footprint.
Yeah. So at what age do you feel like you're like 18? It's like, okay, you are now an adult and you figure out what you're going to do.
I think for my daughter, it's probably going to be a little earlier because she's so advanced with I don't even, like, she's so limited with what she's allowed to watch. But she's at a summer camp right now directing a movie. And she's...
Wait, I'm surprised you let her go to summer camp.
Oh, no, my nanny sits there.
Okay. Yeah.
There's security.
Okay, good. Okay. Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. I spent I spent my pretty much from 8 years old until 15 in the court system. I was a ward of the state for a while. I would meet with mediators. I would meet with attorneys. Like, is anyone hitting you? And I was in the middle of like a crazy, very tumultuous legal and custody battle. And my grandma was raising me at the time. Like, my grandma raised me, I mean, from as long as I can remember, like a baby up until 15. And what I think now, because like I don't really know, like I couldn't put words into it when I was little, but like clearly like very mentally ill, but she would sit at school with me every single day because she was afraid I was going to get kidnapped. And so I feel like it's just like ingrained in me a little bit, which I'm like trying to let go a little. But like my kids will never go to school because I'm like, I don't know. It's just like in me a little bit, you know? So everyone's like, just take him to school. It's going to be fine. And I've tried it. I've like tried the school thing. And I literally am, for like the 2 hours that they're there, I'm just like sick to my stomach. It's like not even worth it to me, you know? So whenever they do anything, I'm like, I just sit there and wait for them. Like any group, like there's no dropping off. I mean, mine are so little too, but like, I don't know if it's like a blessing or a curse, you know? Like,
yeah.
I think there's like a little bit of it where I'm like, okay, I need to like realize that this is kind of a trauma response and I have to like move on from that a little bit, but also there is some validity. Like hers wasn't valid. Hers was like, I think she was mentally ill and, you know, whatever. But then I hear these terrible stories and I'm like, I literally just don't trust anybody. Like literally anybody.
Well, I think that's where, you know, you get more specific again. You vet people. Like I sit down with their principals and I talk to them. I talk to them about safety protocol and response and how often the teachers are trained.
Okay.
I volunteer all the time.
So you're close to the school and the people.
Very.
Yeah.
Like I'm annoying and I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's my child.
Yeah.
So I go like that extra step. But I also like it's a very secure school as well. Like I think any school your child is in should be netted so that people cannot see the children on the playground.
Yes.
Like I don't agree with visible little girls on play sets and potential predators walking by.
That's like 99% of the schools I look at are just like any random I'm like, there's the kids. There they are.
Yes.
And it makes me feel weird.
And not to be like snatched, but maybe it's like
watched or taken photos.
Masturbatory stimulation, like photos.
Oh.
I know. It's
okay.
So I definitely like, but there are schools like when I lived in LA and we were looking at a lot of schools where the celebrities sent their kids.
Okay.
So like, you know, it would be like J-Lo or just to that level.
Yeah.
And the security was next level. Like you had to go in multiple parking lots and security to get in.
Okay. Armed guards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Very expensive private schools.
I mean, that's kind of like there's only one school that I really like have seriously considered, and there's one armed guard that you go through, and then the principal or the director was like, yeah, there's a few other armed guards that you'll never see. They're just like lingering around. I'm like, okay, good. Yeah. But is that scary? See, then I go down a rabbit hole. I'm like, what if those guys do something?
Oh, no, I think you can trust the vetting process when it comes to
you do?
These individuals. Yeah, because most of the harm that comes to children comes from the inner circle, like the family dynamic.
Okay.
Right? But then that's where we want to also, we have to be able to trust our systems in some sense. And so if we're getting out there and we're vetting and we're on the school board and, you know, they know we're watching.
Yeah. There's
a lot of safety that comes with that.
Okay. Just being like present. They're like, well,
being present.
You're here and you're, Okay. Gosh, I went off on a tangent when we talked about school. Okay, so no kids online. Now I'm going to hit my questions. Conversations that should be had before going to elementary school.
I have the bathing suit zones.
The bathing suit
I
zones.
think. Because, you know, they're going to have accidents.
Which is what? Like, no one's touching you.
Yeah, like no.
Doctor, mom, dad, that's it kind of thing.
And there's some really good books on how to talk to your kids
Okay.
at that age about, because you're not going to be like sex, right? You don't use those words, but they don't understand why someone can't pat them on the butt. So to just tell them, like, you're in my house and this is my rule. If anyone comments or touches your bathing suit part, you say no, you say it loud, and you go to a safe person and you tell mommy right away.
I've never heard the bathing suit thing, but that's smart. That makes sense because it's easy for them to recognize as well.
And, you know, he's young enough where he's like, how come my sister has different bathing suit zones? And I'm like, nope, you have the same ones.
Yeah,
no one should be touching your
nipples either, buddy. Yeah, okay. And then teenagers, different conversation, but what's like the predatory conversations we have with teenagers?
With teens, I'm really big on, I want to know the baseline before they're a teenager, right?
Okay.
So what's their personality like? Are they introverted? Because with all the gaming that's going on, with all of the secrets that they want to have, I want to know if they're isolating because they're in trouble. And around 12 to 14, we see a lot of girls sending nude photos to guys on these gaming systems, and it's increasing rapidly.
12 to 14?
Yeah. Like,
oh my Lanta.
Really, really nude photos. And hiding it from their parents. And so I think the biggest thing is that it becomes like social media, gaming, your computer, your iPad.
Yeah.
It's family property. Text messaging, it's family property.
Yeah.
You know that I'm going to look if I want to look.
I'm going to be all up in here.
Yeah. You can look at mine. It's like
we're all sharing.
Yeah. We're a team.
When do we, because my kids do not even know what an iPad is. They'll watch some TV very sparsely and I'm super on it. I mean, it's like The Wiggles for 10 minutes and then that's it. So I have a break. But like, I do think at some point they're going to say like, what's an iPad and why do my friends have this and whatever.
Yeah.
But do you regulate that? Do you wait as long as possible to introduce the screen? And is that doing anything? And then once you do introduce the screen, it's very regulated, like what they have access to? Or what's your approach?
For me, it's a very like daily approach with them. Like the perfect example is my daughter came home and said that her friend started her period. And I was like, yes. And we go down a rabbit hole with health on this one. But I was like, what the fuck? And then it went on to her mom wants her to use tampons. Mm-mm. And I was like, ooh, now my daughter knows there's a hole there. And she didn't before. Like she did not know
She wasn't thinking of it.
She wasn't thinking. So this got brought to us and we had to manage it. And so we tried our best to keep the information low because a 9-year-old doesn't need to understand it. What this 9-year-old is going through, you know, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Right? But so you're going to get shop put into these situations.
Yeah. And then you kind of just have to figure out how you're going to act on it.
Right. So it is a very daily, like, how was school? Was anything talked about that was jarring? You know, what was the best part of your day? When couch it between positivity. But I'm like, I got eyes on these kids. Like, I know day to day if something weird has happened.
Or weird. Yeah. Smart.
But with the screen time.
Oh, yeah, the screens.
I'm okay with them on screen time. For me, it's more that it causes them to be more demanding. It makes them, because they get things so quickly through screen time, that then their personalities change. And they start to become more impatient and more disobedient. So for me, it's like, okay, if you want to do screen time, if you want to like never interactive stuff, so no Minecraft, no Roblox, nothing.
Okay.
But if you want to watch like someone making slime, then we're doing it together.
Got it.
Again, we're all together in this. And then my son gets really confused and he's like, you said we can never, ever see adults on screens, but there's an adult holding the slime in that video. How do we know it's not like a kid holding the slime?
Oh, buddy, you're like, well,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm like, that's right. Mommy made a
good
mistake.
job. Yeah.
Like let's find a video of a kid with slime.
Yeah. Okay. Smart.
But
Good.
I think what we miss out on is being present. And I work a lot.
Yeah.
But the kid, like, my daughter has an Apple Watch. I have all the limited settings on it. They have software. My son has a phone. He doesn't know how to use it. I just put it in his backpack.
So you can track him or what?
So I can track him.
Yeah.
But there's software that will then come to my phone and tell me if he's around violence or if he's been sent a weird message.
Oh, that's
Like,
awesome.
even if he's roughhousing, I'll get a text that he's around violence. And so it's just the software. Usually, Bark Technologies is really good, and then I think AT&T has something like it. But that we're kind of growing in that area.
Yeah. Okay.
I think every parent should. Or Life 360 is amazing too.
Oh,
but
Life 360. Yeah.
install that.
Okay.
Like if you're going to go down that path, like
That's really smart.
the family is the family. Sorry, guys.
I love that. No, I'm this, like, I love all of this. Because I do think there's like wanting to be super safe, but then there's also just the reality of life and doing life. And it just is. They're going to see the screen. It's going to come about. Friends are going to bring it up. Friends are going to talk about their phone or their iPad or whatever. Someone even did the other day. Someone said something to Layton, who's my oldest, about an iPad. And then he asked about it. And I'm like, oh, we don't do that in this family. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, that's kind of just like my thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, some families do that stuff. We don't do that stuff. But that's super smart because I'm just like, one day it's going to happen and then I'm going to have to deal with it.
Like we don't do sleepovers and we don't do. I don't.
That
do
is my
play
number
dates.
one rule. No sleepovers.
No sleepovers. I mean, the most recent example I can give you is she met a new friend at school and she was like really pressured to get frozen yogurt with the friend. Okay. And the uncle was doing pickup that day and wanted to take them to frozen yogurt. I said no immediately. I just kind of like had this feeling like, no, I'm not into this. I find out later he's drinking alcohol at the gym all day.
Oh, no.
So now you want to...
How did you find that out?
The gym.
Hey, can you tell me about... That is insane. And he was trying to drive them?
Yeah. So it's not always about like abduction or all the really horrible stuff. He was drinking and driving with my kid and not telling me. No.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay, I have lightly shared this story. I feel like if anyone who's been following me for a long time knows this story. When I was 6, one of my very best friends from dance class, her dad, who would show up to dance class all the time, we knew him. Like, I can literally picture him. He was like Mr. Mom, always there. One day, he and the wife were going through a divorce, and one day picked up. Her name was Jalissa. One day picked her up in the morning to take her to school. Didn't take her to school. Shot himself.
Jesus.
In the parking lot. Yes. And so I had to go through this. My grandma I lived with was like, look what happened. It was on the newspaper, and was like, look what happened. And like even that, I feel like someone who probably had the wherewithal would probably not have exposed a 6-year-old to like all the details of that, but I was very exposed. She was like, Jalissa's dad, he shot her and she's dead and shot himself and now he's dead. I went to the funeral. It was like a whole thing.
God.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like...
Why couldn't she have just moved?
Yeah, right? Right? So I'm just like... And I feel like that has sat with me more... I mean, it's been almost 30 years, but I feel like that's sat with me more than I think.
Yeah.
Because it pops up in my brain a lot where I'm like, we knew that man, like that guy was at all of our dance recitals and we were we were really good. So we would travel around. He would travel with us and like, he was just all this time like a silent killer and killed my friend and his like, so that I think sits with me a lot too, where I'm like, I literally just don't trust anybody.
You need to do EMDR.
What is that?
I think you'd rock at it.
What's EMDR?
It's a type of therapy. It's eye movement, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Okay. And so I'm going to butcher this and all the therapists can come at me. Okay. But basically like, language is in one part of your brain and memory and emotion. No, Emotion is in the other part.
Okay.
And so when a traumatic event happens, like at 6, you don't have adult language to describe it. So you have this memory and it's just covered with horrible negative emotion. So in EMDR, you can do tapping left to right.
Okay.
You can do your eyes back and forth, which makes me dizzy. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You can watch like a light bar, vibrating paddles, anything that's going to say, this is my left side, this is my right side. And you go back and forth while focusing on the memory.
Interesting.
And then you have this like safe place, this narrative that you pair with the memory after. So you're basically applying like healthy, good emotions and your adult narrative to this moment.
Okay, so I did a little bit. Have you ever heard of neuro-emotional technique?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did neuro-emotional technique, and weirdly, this is why I'm like, this is still sitting with me. I went to do neuro-emotional technique for something super unrelated. Like, it was something to do with my kids, because at night, my husband travels a lot, and I can't fall asleep for obvious reasons, because I'm just, like, listening for them, like, waiting to, like, fight somebody constantly. And so I did neuro-emotional technique, and he was like, what happened when you were 6? And I'm like, oh. And I shared this thing. And he's like, I think you should start taking a peptide we give it to, like, PTSD, like, people who have really bad PTSD. So anyways, I went down this whole thing, but so I need to start going down that rabbit hole, but I've never heard of EMDR.
Yeah, I mean, I like science. Like, I am big on...
You're a science gal. Not into the woo-woo.
I mean, I take peptides too, right? But I want something, like, if you're potentially going to re-traumatize yourself and you're going to halt your life because you want to work through something, and it's going to make you feel hungover for weeks when you dig into your past.
Yeah.
I want to know that hundreds of thousands of people have also benefited from it. I want to know that there is some solid training. My training was 3 full weekends, but like overall a year of like groups and doing it. And I want to know, like, if I use this on a client and another therapist does, we're going to have similar outcomes because we're using it appropriately.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I like the woo-woo, definitely, but when I'm going to really hardcore
you want
navigate a stuck point.
A repeatable
scientific
process. Yeah.
And also, I'm okay with psychiatric medication when it's going to help you get over a hurdle. And then if you can wean off it, that's probably better. But oftentimes, like, I think we overly judge both too much. Like, life throws a lot of shit at us. We have to be willing to dabble in all of the things that are going to help us.
Yeah.
Even meditation, some people can get hypnotized. I can't. I don't think it really works.
No, yeah. Also, I wouldn't like it. Like, I would think that, I don't know. I'm like too controlling. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to
The
tap
control
into.
is usually like what kills it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like even real.
Yeah. Are you really getting...
But find what works for you.
Yeah.
Right?
So he had me, and it made me think of it because he was like, go to a safe place, like go to a safe childhood place. I'm like, there was no safe childhood. Like, that doesn't exist for me. So he was like, okay, then we have to find like a safe adult place. Like, I'm like, at home with my, we did this like whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't realize how much that incident sits with me, or I guess, it still sits with me, and like how much it kind of like, it doesn't control my life by any means, but like it definitely, I feel like, has a place in like how I make decisions with my children.
100%.
So people are
traumatic.
Call me like a helicopter mom. I'm like, yeah, because I had so many bad things happen to me. So I'm just like, these are mine, and I'm gonna like protect them forever.
Yeah.
But you talked about recently about, I think it was you. I found this on your page. Like, even traumatic things can even happen, or like arguments or whatnot, in proximity of children, and it still kind of not implants in some, but like has an impact on on them, like neurologically and emotionally.
I think vicarious trauma. I think we significantly underestimate vicarious trauma.
Oh, vicarious trauma. Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
So like, I mean, I think we also just right now in this world, there is so much anxiety systemically across the world.
Really is.
I don't care where you land politically. It's just fucking crazy everywhere right now.
Everything is a fear. Everything is like, eating, drinking water, breathing the air, can't go out. Like everything is a fear.
The Norwegian soccer team bringing their own food
Brought
to
their own
America.
food. I'm like, just eat our McDonald's and thrive. You're going to love it.
But then I was like, oh my God, am I not looking at food enough? And so
it's spiral.
right?
People spiral.
We're not in this chill zone. We're already elevated. We're already up here, which means we have to take extra care, extra precaution, and just listen to our gut and our bodies.
Totally.
And if it's not time to push against the 6-year-old memory or push to get the kids in school, it's not
not the time. It's not the time. I know. I'm just like, and I do think it's like everyone has a different discernment and like a different intuition that they should listen to, right? Like, I don't know. I do feel like so much, like I asked you this earlier, like how much of it is your own intuition and discernment that you can just kind of like get this energy, this feel from another individual. And like, how does their energy make you feel? And then make decisions off of that, which I don't know. I feel like a lot of moms are kind of throwing out the window right now.
It's changing. It is. But we have to be able to get out of our own way and read other people accurately. And I think we either like dive in and trust everyone or we pull back and don't trust anyone. But it's like slow down, take the time, use discernment, and figure out what is best for the overall picture. And also, like, it's not forever.
Yeah.
We're living moment by moment.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't want to do it today, put a bookmark in it.
Yeah.
Do it in a year.
Yeah, true. Right? I like that.
Other people's pressure is not your pressure.
Okay. I told you, I'm like, we're going to go long because I knew I had so much to talk to you about.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Okay, we're going to keep it going. I want to know, I'm going to ask like a couple just like takeaway questions that women can take away with them and like to help them. And then I do want to go back to the Baldoni Blake Lively thing. What are some like, because maybe they're helpful, maybe they're not, but there's always like, here's how you can stay away from danger type tactics. But I don't think in the moment I'm actually gonna, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Like, am I gonna remember these crazy things like with my seatbelt? And I don't know. But like, are there any like just key things that you think every woman should know? Like, hey, here's 3 red flags or 3 things that you should know to take with you and to keep with you? Or do you have 3 things?
Well, so this is kind of what my book is about that I'm almost done with. I'm just being OCD
Very
with
exciting.
it. But it's what I call the cart method.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So fuck everyone.
Yeah.
But you wake up and you can control your life. You choose to control your life. Okay. Step 1. You promise you're going to be aware. You're going to start building your awareness. Awareness of your gut, awareness of your environment, right?
Yeah.
You, the R, refuse the script. Social norms have put us in a place where women are vulnerable, misogyny is winning, and we are constantly needing to climb out of that. So refusing the script to me is not returning the cart if your gut tells you there's danger.
Yeah.
Don't hold the door open for someone. If you're in the parking lot and you feel someone behind you, turn around and look at them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the tools part, which is more to your question, we have internal tools of awareness that we need to work on. We need to make it a habit so that it doesn't become something we don't know if we're going to do, right? But also, I like weapons.
Okay, heck yeah, so do I.
I have my conceal and carry. Okay. I like pepper gel over pepper spray, so it's not going to mist in the air.
Oh, okay.
It also stays in your car at a higher temperature.
Ooh.
I like my spring blade. I always have a knife on me.
Okay.
And these are things, I practice with the trigger on my guns. On an unloaded gun when I'm alone, I'll practice that safe spot.
Yeah.
So I know that if I'm in a situation, I can hold the trigger down just this much and when I decide, pop, right? So I have a protection dog who speaks German. And
what type of dog?
She's a black working German Shepherd.
Okay. Okay, cool. And you speak to her in German?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. She is trained to see something dangerous and come find me and ask for direction.
Yeah.
So it's not just like they attack, right?
She knows. Like,
she's actually more sophisticated than that, which I did not know dogs could be like this. This is amazing.
I didn't know that either.
She's the most amazing dog. But that's like a true working dog, and that's
Yeah.
a true training program.
Yeah.
Like police FBI level.
She knows what to do. See, I'm not into dogs, but I would be into that if it's like specific to
It's like she's like a little human.
that just is like there to protect.
Yeah, she's silent. She's completely silent.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she ran through the house one day. The doors were open. I have a really long house.
Like
I didn't even see her or
stealth
hear her.
mode.
Yeah, and she just came back and dropped a possum on my foot.
Oh, she's like, look,
I was like, okay,
look, mother, look at my prize.
great. I didn't hear anything.
That's
And then I
that's
lost
kind of
my
awesome.
I
though.
lost my shit though, and like
Yeah,
screamed for
yeah,
my husband because
yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No. Yeah, I think that is smart, and I think God, this just popped in my head. See, it's like there's too many things. So my grandma who raised me was so afraid of me getting kidnapped. She pulled me out of dance, not because of what happened with Jalissa, but she's like, I'm pulling you out of dance and I'm putting you in karate because you're going to learn how to like fight and defend yourself. And I was tiny. I was like 8 and just like this little thing. So I feel like I just have this perpetual like something, and I'm like getting past it, but like something bad is going to happen. But I will say, I do feel like there is almost this like, this is the buzzword for it, but like maybe toxic empathy sort of a thing where there's some homeless people that I'm like, I feel inclined to go help you. I feel inclined to go give you my food or find a water bottle in my car. And there's other homeless people where I'm like, nope, not it. Not going to happen. And I feel like there's almost this thing where it's like we should be helping everybody. And like maybe it's in Orange County and you're white and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I don't care if you're white, black, purple. I don't care what color you are. If my gut says bad, I listen to that. I don't care if it comes off rude. I don't care if it comes off, whatever it is. And then there's other people where I'm like, I'm going to roll down my window for this individual, and I don't know if we've kind of like lost that a little bit because it's like we should be kind to everyone and everyone belongs here, whatever the narrative. Like, again, regardless of political, doesn't matter. But I kind of feel like we have leaned into that a little bit where we like
It's a social norm.
kind of should be nice to everybody. But I'm like, you kind of shouldn't be.
Well, and that's the thing about people who take advantage of other people.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for the people who follow the norm. Mm-hmm. They're looking for the ones who don't want to speak up because they don't want to sound loud or rude.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to inmates and you find out like how they chose their victim. That's the stuff I talk about in my book and on socials.
Yeah.
Like, just be the one they don't want to pick. Like, if that can be the goal, cool.
So like see, that's the thing. I'm like, they're not going to want to pick like this loud, and I will call people out. I'm like, hello, I see you.
Yeah.
Like I very much like I'm loud. Like I'm just, I'm like, you don't want to, I'm the wrong person. I will run you over with my car. I will I'm just kind of crazy like that. But I think a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are like, oh, maybe we should help. And then they end up getting themselves in a, like a kid. Okay, this is a weird story, but a kid came to my door and I was home alone and I had all 3 of my babies in my house. And a kid, he looked probably 8 and he looked off. I don't know what, mentally, I don't know. He looked off. Banging on my door, banging on my French doors, trying to get in my house. And I'm like, hell no. Because, and like, I called my husband. I'm like, there's a kid. My husband was like, well, don't open the door, whatever. But like, I posted about it on social media. Long story short, it was like, if he was a special needs kid from up the street, he got out, he came to my house for whatever, but he was like aggressively trying to get into my house. And I posted about it on the internet and people reamed me that I didn't go out there to help him. And I'm like, absolutely not, because I don't know if this person was sent here.
Yeah.
An adult said, hey, go pretend like you're lost and need help. And now they're going to break in. They know I'm here alone with my 3 kids. And again, I'm like, am I like the bad guy because I didn't go help this special needs child? But I'm just like, my gut was saying no. And I think if my husband were home, it'd be a different story. It'd be like, hey, you go outside and check out. I'll stay home with the kids. But I don't know. I feel like they do, like what you're saying, they look for ways to manipulate, maybe, right?
Yeah, and I've had several cases lately where kids play with each other at the park and then get the other kid to walk away to a car and they get kidnapped.
Oh, so the kid is like kind of getting
being used as a pawn.
Yeah.
And again, these are rare instances, but
it happens.
They happen. And so I'm okay. like looking like the asshole. I'm okay not opening the door to the 8-year-old.
Yeah.
If I did, I would be strapped.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
That's fine. For me, in a world that doesn't seem like it's protecting us, and we're not, especially in this country, we're not the priority.
No.
Money is the priority.
Totally.
I'm going to prioritize my loved ones. And I'll apologize later if I'm wrong.
Totally. Are your kids going to learn how to shoot a gun, carry a gun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as early as like Texas, but
They're not like 5 out there just like shooting people, but they will eventually.
yes. But they know gun safety and they understand it. Although mine are in fingerprint locked safes, and I'm very careful with them. And like even like in my little Gucci bag, I have a safe that one will fit in.
Okay.
And it's only my fingerprint that can open it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I need to get on that. I keep, after I had my first baby, I'm like, I'm going to go do my like concealed and carry classes. And then I got pregnant with the second baby and the third baby. But now that I'm not pregnant, I need to go. Okay, let's talk about the Justin Baldoni thing. You think he's guilty? You think he did it like unequivocally? And you think she's telling the truth?
I think it's really layered. Like it's so complicated.
Okay.
But I do think she was telling the truth.
Really?
And I do very much think that the smear campaign is beyond people's ability to even comprehend. And that's why it was so good. And I have been retained by Justin Baldoni's attorneys before. So I have been on cases. Okay. I know them. And I know people want to hate me for that.
Yeah.
But I have worked celebrity cases. Okay. I understand the levels that they will go to hurt and silence women.
Okay. Interesting. Because so two things. I had two thoughts when I'm like reading and kind of trying to understand both sides. Okay, what's going on here? I had two thoughts. One, it's a publicity thing, and they're just doing this, for publicity. But then two, I kind of was leaning. I mean, candidly, I was kind of like, what she's saying to me doesn't seem super honest.
Yeah.
And again, this is just me doing my own research. And I'm not tied to anybody. I'm not like a big celebrity person. So I'm just kind of like, okay, at face value, listening to what is being said about him and her and what they're saying. So that's interesting.
I can understand that. I think a lot is her personality. I think she's a very socially anxious person. So it makes people dislike her easily, but also misinterpret. And any socially anxious person really gets it, I think.
Okay.
You come off weird in interviews. You don't sound your best, right?
Yeah.
Why were certain clips of interviews from 20 years ago pulled forward when who cared, right?
Yeah.
That's a part of the smear as well, right?
Yeah.
It was psychologically, it was very well crafted to make people dislike her. And then jump on the bandwagon. And then I think there was a lot of money being handed out in different ways. So I don't think we've seen the end of it at all. I wish we would, because I think all these people we should focus on the real stuff that's happening in the world.
That's the other part of me too, where I'm like, we get a little too distracted by this type of stuff. Not again, if something bad happened to her, of course it should be, justice should be brought to it. But I do think I'm so not a celeb. I'm not a celeb person. So like, I think people get so obsessed with these people and what's going on with them. And I'm like, we got like kind of other bigger issues that like, I kind of care about more.
And I covered the case a lot in the beginning. I thought it was really interesting. I know a lot of the people on both sides involved. But over time, I was like, this is just getting old. And there's so much more important stuff we could be using our platforms to promote.
Yeah.
But even to the point of like Taylor Swift getting married, there were more advertisements or social stuff about Blake Lively than Taylor Swift. That's also part of the smear campaign, because I think they're probably anticipating some other thing to drop. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like too much attention on any one case or any one person is not healthy.
No, it's not. And people are like so obsessed with it. I remember it getting brought up in a book club like 2.5 or 3 years ago. I mean, how long ago? How long has this been going on?
I think it's been like over 2 years.
It's been like over 2 years, right?
I can't remember now.
And I'm like, okay, interesting. Didn't know about this, but whatever. And then now it's like, it's still going. I'm like, okay, I don't know. We gotta like let this go.
It's just so legally complicated too. Like the lawyers have made it so complicated too. I think that's part of like navigating states and jurisdictions. And,
yeah. You don't think there's any part of it that's like kind of like a show for the people?
No, I think it's hurt Blake Lively significantly to stand up and come forward. I think it's hurt her. But she wanted justice for women. And there are more stories that will come out about why it's not, justice for women against sexual assault isn't singular to her.
Yeah. With this specific individual?
No,
with
just
generally speaking.
People in her life and people she cares about.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So I just think we're told what we're told.
Yeah.
And it comes in a very specific way so that, we disarm people, we build relationships, you start to trust media outlets, you trust lawyers who are giving podcast interviews.
Yeah.
You trust what you're being told, but most of it is extremely performative.
Oh, totally. I'm more in the camp, like, I literally think everything's fake. I think literally everything's fake. I'm like, man, maybe. My husband would be like, did you see? And I'm like, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Or maybe we believe this, maybe we didn't. But there are people that are just like, this is it. This is the Bible. We believe it. We run with it. We go with it, and don't use any of their own intuition or common sense or like, maybe not.
I think, there's duality, like two things can exist at once.
Totally.
This could have happened to her. She could be shitty in other ways. He could be a monster. He may not want to be one anymore.
100%.
We don't have to all hate each other.
Totally.
Like, I don't need a death threat from yesterday about this from some Australian girl.
Like, let's relax. Because I think that too, like, especially on social media, people put a lot of, it's like an all or nothing in a box. You could very much not like, I'm just saying, like, you could very much not like Blake Lively. You could think she's terrible to work with and really challenging to work with, and something bad happened to her. And you might think, oh, he's a dad and he's a father and he's great. And he also may have had a slip and judge. I don't know. I feel like this goes for anything. Like, there's so much on a spectrum of like what we see from people.
For me, like, I read the depositions and stuff. People under oath said that he said he forced himself on women without their permission. I'm sorry. You think everyone's going to perjure themselves and risk going to prison? No.
Okay.
But there are
So you're like making those types of assessments. You're like actually reading it, and then you're making those types of assessments too. Like using your own common sense.
Right. Because I'm on other cases just like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's just the same stuff. Although her paperwork, I couldn't get to all of it by the end. It was just like, there's so much paperwork.
Oh.
Like, I get paid a lot of money on my cases. And I can't deep dive other cases. I got to earn money.
Yeah. Makes sense.
My brain is
saying,
saying,
I'm out. Yeah. I'm going to take a pause on this one.
Yeah.
Very fascinating. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was so interesting, and you shared so much great information. When is the book coming out?
I don't know. I'm thinking within a month.
Okay. Good.
I think, yeah.
It'll be out, like ready for us to buy and read?
Yeah. So I wrote it. I'm picking the cover art, and then I'm going to do what is it called? So I'm going to do some courses related to it.
Oh my gosh.
So you
can, for women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you don't want to read the book, then you could even do the courses where I kind of go through safety steps.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stems from, for 20 years, I've been listening to criminals.
Yes.
And I've gotten them to tell me why they chose their victim and what they did and what their psychology was.
Yeah.
Well, tell me or show me. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is about. Like, you don't need to go sit with an inmate. I can tell you.
You did that for us, and now you're going to tell us what to do, what to look out for, things to do, how to not be vulnerable, all of that.
Because how you see yourself is not how a criminal sees you. So we're not going to go with the norms. We're going to step back and think, okay, criminals don't go with the norms. So maybe I need to be a little bit more like a criminal to understand how they pick their prey.
Love it. Okay.
I know people hate it though, but that's the reality is that we can't be naive to this stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the more aware we are, the less scary it is because
totally.
We feel capable to handle ourselves.
Yes, I feel like there's like the knowledge should come not with fear, but it should come with empowerment. Like, okay, I know this information and now I feel more empowered on how to handle or what to do moving forward. Not like living in fear, but I know this now and I can, Okay, awesome. Well, I'm excited to read it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. That's why I'm waiting.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
I know. I'm excited.
Okay, where can people find you?
YouTube is Dr. Leslie Dobson, and I'm going to start posting more on it. So that'll probably be the primary location because I just keep getting violated for my content on TikTok and Instagram.
Just because you get too, like, gruesome?
Yeah, I think it's just some true crime cases just hit too hard.
Yeah.
And granted, it's the truth, and I'm getting it from actual information. Yeah. They don't want it on their platforms.
True crime girls, you got it. I mean, sometimes I have to skip. You're like, she with her 2 18-month-old twins. I'm like, skip. I mean, it's good, though. If you're into that stuff, your stuff is good.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it like, there's a lot of recent stuff going on that sucks. And if you can learn about it quickly and not have to like sit there and really hear like CNN anchors or Court TV.
Yeah.
But Instagram is probably the best place to find me for just real raw information.
Okay.
Every single day posting because there's just so much going on right now.
There is.
And we need to be strong, badass women and stand up and fight against it.
Yeah. Okay, last question. Is there an actual jail cell in your office?
Yeah.
Like with bars?
Yeah, I had it built.
Can you tell us about that? Closing.
My handyman said that the neighbors were asking a lot of questions when he built it in the garage.
What are you keeping in here? Yeah. Who are you jailing?
It's for Star. It's for the dog.
Oh.
So it's her kennel when I see clients who aren't comfortable around her. And then the kitchen is hot pink. And it's just my personality. Like I live in that dark space in the jail, but I also love hot pink and shopping and brands and makeup and nice things.
I love it.
And I love Bravo and the Housewives.
Yeah.
And so the office to me was like the perfect inspiration to keep going with my job and with media. It just it is me.
Yeah. I love it. So you're like kind of a girly girl outside of you're a super girly girl.
I'm very
Not
girly.
that what you do isn't like girly girl, but it's like serious business. Like I don't know if most girly girls would be able to handle those types of conversations.
Yeah, I do the work.
Yeah,
I really do the work.
You do.
But I also like I will never miss an episode of The Housewives of OC or New York.
There's something going on. 2 of them are my neighbors, so I only know that something's going on. Is today like
I don't know.
A launch? OC launch or something?
Yes, or there was an episode yesterday.
Oh, was it? I don't know. Okay.
I get asked to be the therapist on the show a lot, and I'm like, should I do it? I don't know.
That might be kind of fun. There's probably some crazy stuff, some kooky stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know, I mean, I don't know if I should talk about this. Jen's son just set a big fire.
Oh.
Up the road from where we live.
I didn't
set a
know.
big fire, and she released this announcement last night. Like, I'm so sorry, my son set this fire, and so we're like, okay, what the heck,
therapist?
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy thing.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe one or more. I don't want to misspeak, but like one or potentially like multiple fires that he's setting in Orange County. I don't know. Again, I don't want to speak. This is not my jam, but yeah. So maybe you should. Maybe that's you.
Well, I'm doing a show with Lisa Vanderpump right now.
Oh, yes. Okay. Talk to us about that. Last story. We can keep going.
In a few months, it should come out. It's called Rich Bitch Rampage, and it's about female killers who killed for money.
Killed their husbands, killed their lovers, killed whoever.
Oh, it's a variety.
Anybody.
It's a variety.
For money. And got caught.
Yes, and got caught.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have all their stories and everything. But it's so fun to do with Lisa because having Lisa enter kind of the true crime is really like she's my person. Like she's officially entering my life. Like
and like 2 girly girls who love pink and glam and diamonds.
Yes.
And their dogs coming to talk about these murdering women.
So we're the bougie bitches who are talking about the bad bougie bitches.
Got it. Okay. I love it. And when does that come out?
Probably early next year,
Okay.
which is coming up soon. My
Yeah,
goodness.
I was going to say it's going to be here. And will that be on Bravo?
I think
Or will it
Bravo
be-
and Oxygen. Probably
Okay.
Oxygen.
I'm so excited.
I'm
Now
excited
that one
too.
I will watch.
Yeah,
I'll
that'll
watch
be.
that.
It won't be hardcore.
Okay.
It won't be like so scary that because the audience of Lisa's different than
You're probably typical audience.
Yeah.
Likes like the down and dirty.
yeah.
And hers wants
We're
like
gonna
a little bit
we're
more.
gonna not give you nightmares.
Okay, good. Give you the story. That's for me. I
Yeah.
want to know the story. I want to be interested, but I want the nightmares.
And then aesthetically, it'll be pleasing to watch.
Okay, good. Okay, I love it. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Do you drink?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, good. Same. We could have had champagne today. So is there going to be I feel like cocktails, like champagne.
Not yet.
No?
We
Okay.
can always integrate it.
Okay. I'm just
know.
picturing you two like decked out and just looking glamorous with like some sort of martini or something talking about this.
I'm a whiskey girl.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I like.
Okay, that
just,
makes
like,
sense.
I mean, it's efficient. It tastes good. It warms the body on a cold evening.
Yeah.
And then just go to bed.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So maybe a whiskey and some crime, some bad bougie bitches. Okay. Love it. Thank you so much for being here today. This is so much fun.
We covered quite the range.
We went all over it. Like sometimes I'm just like, okay, that's it. I just want to like talk to you. I see. This is why I don't prepare because my brain is like, tell me more about that. I feel like I could have talked with you forever. Thank you so much for being here today. This was amazing.
Thank you.
And we'll have to have you back later to talk about your book. I'm really excited for your book
Me too.
and the course around it because I think it's going to be super helpful for so many women.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I'll get extra guns for the death threats.
Gosh, I need to get on that too.
I can
This
take you.
podcast has inspired me to get a gun and get my kids off social media. Those are my takeaways.
Good. I love that.
Yeah.
But don't get a gun before you train.
No, I need to train.
You train, you can borrow their guns, and then you decide what gun fits your hand and you're most comfortable with.
Okay.
Don't buy a gun before you train.
Train, then get the gun. I also kind of want an attack dog now.
Yeah. German Shepherds are extremely smart when you get the right working line.
Okay.
I had her shipped from Russia.
And safe to have around the kids.
100%. She understands their age capacity.
So they're brilliant.
I had a white fluffy dog before her. I've never seen anything like this. It's amazing.
The white fluffy dog is gone.
She died. And And then we got Star.
And they got Star.
I mean, like
Lives in a jail cell.
Yeah.
I love it.
She can open it herself. She knows how to unlock locks.
So you're like telling a guest like they're there, you're fine, you're safe. But really, if
She just
Star really
opens it,
wanted to get out, Star could get out.
Yeah. But when she's in her downward position, she knows even if she's there for 30 hours, which would never happen, she will not move.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a Russian attack dog, I'm getting a gun, and I'm getting my kids off social media. That's the takeaways here.
And maybe pepper gel and a spring blade.
Oh my gosh, pepper gel and a spring blade.
Yeah.
And it's legal to carry a spring blade in your car?
Yeah, in California. So
Okay.
definitely know your jurisdiction. You can carry it on your body too. It just has to be a certain size.
And you can just quick
Yeah.
get it out. And then pepper gel, which is like into the eyes as well.
Yes. I like Sabre pepper gel
Okay.
because it comes with little sample ones. So you can actually spray something and know how it feels.
That's smart because the pepper spray, you're like, I'm not going to freaking test this out.
Who's ever tested it,
No,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like on my website, I also have none of that stuff's on my website. That's just these are my favorite
those
things.
are just your faves.
But there's like a drink cover.
Okay.
So because drink spiking, especially in college, is going up.
Yeah.
And then the company Nope has the best drink drug testers. So
Okay.
you put it in and it tests for 17 different drugs.
Oh, wow.
And
And that's on your website?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's like, I love this girl who invented it. She's amazing. And like, she's so amazing that she was on Epstein's list of upcoming women to keep an eye on. That's crazy.
Epstein
Yes.
had a list of women to keep an eye on, like, we got to look out for her. Like she's going to blow our cover type thing?
No, like they're brilliant. We need to follow, and because he wanted to take over the world, anybody who is scientifically advanced, we want to keep an eye on.
Oh, and she was on the list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In her 20s.
That's insane.
So I say if you're going to, if you're sending your kids off to college or anything like that, like send them with test strips.
Yeah.
Take the straw, drop a little bit in, just be safe.
Yeah.
Don't trust
I have
anyone
caught,
100%.
I have actually personally caught someone trying to spike my drink multiple times.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And it happens. And so again, don't be scared. Just have the tools.
Yeah. No, it does happen. I've had multiple stalkers, both in two in different workplaces, but like at multiple different jobs. I've had like one guy straight up. I was working. He didn't work there. One significant one worked there and was like very stalkery, and I had to report him, and it was like this whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And like he literally tried to like grab me and throw me into a room one time, and that was at work. And then I at another job, he didn't work there, but he came up to me, and it was like, this is when I worked at Nordstrom in South Coast Plaza. He came up to me and was like shaking and like sweating and was like, I just wanted to tell you, like, I'm in love with you. You don't know who I am, but I walk by here and I watch you. Like, I just come to look at you, and I've never had like the courage to, and there's I don't know if they have them anymore, but there's like emergency buttons like under the counter. So I was like tapping my little thing, because then it like the cameras will come and whatever, and then the security comes. And I was like, okay. And then like, I'm like doing my little thing, and the security came, and then he just kind of like, okay, like I'm going to leave now.
That's scary.
Yeah. Like, and that's just like in my life, like I've just had these two weirdo people. So now I'm like Switchblade and the gel.
It might deter
them.
It might deter them from focusing on you too. Like, you're less of a target if people know you can handle yourself.
Yeah. Interesting. See, now I need to go read your freaking book and know like why me? Like, why did I seem like the target for these two people?
It may be as simple as you're beautiful and sweet and kind. That, you're not going to be like bitching people out at Nordstrom.
That's true. This girl with the sunglasses? This girl with the scarves?
When you're in sales mode, you are like...
You do put the charm on. I've always been sales. Yeah.
Why would... And also, you're talking about like erotomanic delusional disorder. You're talking about like a mental disorder, not just a straight up criminal. Mm-hmm. A stalker is like deluded.
Yeah. Interesting.
Different.
Yeah, I had the one at the office. I had just moved. It was in Albuquerque. I had just moved to this office, and like this one manager kept just like lingering. He wasn't on my team, but he was like lingering. And then my own manager was like, hey, I noticed Kevin, like he would leave me like love letters and like notes and stuff. And she was like, what's up with Kevin? And I told her, I'm like, I don't know him. Like, this is just a thing that's going on. And she's like, I need to keep an eye on this. And then he would get like angry. He like, if I didn't like come and like visit him, he would like write me these crazy email like on LinkedIn. I probably still have it. Like, how could you do this to me? I'm like, I don't know you. Like, it was very weird. So I'm like, you're mentally ill. This is like a mental illness.
It is a mental illness. Yeah. I mean, I think my best advice is wait till they pick another target and then they forget about you.
Oh.
Because restraining orders make them angry. Police intervention makes them long for you. The saddest part is if you're not going to have them hospitalized or put into prison, wait till they pick someone else.
And like ignore it?
Yeah.
Because then they'll just move on to the next person who's going to like maybe give them attention?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, there's also really severe cases where they don't move on. And But again, with laws and stuff, to get a stalker in prison, it's very difficult. They have to do something first.
Yeah. Like something bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The stalking isn't enough. They have to like actually act upon something weird.
So again, you just fill yourself with awareness.
Yeah.
And have your skills ready. Have your voice ready. If you haven't screamed lately, fucking scream. Know your voice works if you need it.
Yeah.
Practice.
Go outside, scream.
Scream.
Or go to your car.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And just know, like, you can find your voice. It's not one of those nightmares where something happens and you're like...
Can't get it out. Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. Tell yourself you can.
You can.
And keep going. Keep fighting to be a fucking badass strong bitch.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I love it. I said 20 minutes ago, okay, this is it. We're done. Okay, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
We'll have all of this in the show notes so you know exactly where to find her. We will also share an update once your book is ready and available. And when the show with Lisa Vanderpump is available, we will give updates on all of that. So thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah.
This was so fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you.